When somebody asks me if I'd rather have a girlfriend or an on-demand assassin, I typically reply with,
Is it too much to ask for both?
it's no secret that the yandere is one of the best female archetypes in anime. If you disagree, feel free to leave a comment down below so I can track your IP address and we can settle this in person. Or at the very least, watch the rest of the video so I can convince you of yandere supremacy. Okay, look, what I'm about to say next is probably gonna be controversial, but you have to promise to hear me out, okay? So, murder is bad. Most of the time. Now don't get me wrong, whenever I see someone stabbing someone else, I frown upon that as much as the next guy. I wiggle my finger profusely as a sign of disapproval because that's not a nice thing to do. That said, there is something almost poetic about it when the stabber is a hot girl who's crazy in love with you and the stabbee is some guy who looked at you weird. Okay, you're gonna have to hear me out some more. Quick disclaimer to not incriminate myself, I would like to preface that I do not condone murder or any other forms of non-consensual bodily harm, and for legal reasons I have never done any of the above. Everything I say in this video is intended for comedic purposes only, and according to my lawyer it will not hold up in court against me or any future yandere girlfriend I might have. Now that we're done with all the nonsense, let's get into the video. Now before I tell you why I'm so passionate about the yandere archetype, let me give you a quick introduction to what a yandere even is. Typically a yandere is a female character in anime or manga who is extremely in love with her love interest, to the point where she gets obsessive about and possessive of said love interest. This obsession will lead to her doing anything and everything to ensure that nothing stands between her and them. No matter who she hurts in the process, if you so happen to oppose her, whether it's on purpose or without even knowing, odds are you're gonna find yourself on the pointy end of her knife sooner rather than later. This is the type of girl who's gonna sit at home chefing up voodoo dolls like she's Gordon Ramsay cutting up onions. Not because she believes in voodoo dolls actually working, but just so she can have an exact plan of how she's gonna cut up her enemy. For lack of better words, that bitch is batshit crazy and will stop at anything to be with you. But, you know, she loves you. And that's the only thing that matters, right? Now look, I'm not gonna deny that I've always had a thing for completely unhinged, mentally ill women in fiction. I mean, my first fictional crush was Harley Quinn, and I still simp for her loyally to this day. Hell, the reason I started playing League of Legends the first time was because I saw Jinx and I thought to myself,
I want one.
No.
By the way, the second time I started playing League again was because they released a KDA or Kali skin and I really needed that. So knowing this, it wasn't exactly a surprise when I got introduced to anime through the show Kakeguri. Don't ask me why that's the first anime I watched, okay? But I certainly wasn't starved for choice when it came to crazy women to salivate over in that show. And that's where my love for the yandere started. Alright, now that you're all up to speed, let me explain to you why yanderes are the best there is. That didn't exactly roll off my tongue the way I hoped it would. Starting with the most obvious, the I can fix her mentality, or how I like to call it, the you're both fucked mentality. This is usually the first stage you reach when you find that perfect girl who just happens to be a yandere. And it's completely natural, but it's vital to leave that stage as quickly as possible. The reason I call this stage the you're both fucked is because if you truly believe you can fix this out of control Californian wildfire of a human being, you're probably just as fucked in the head as she is, just in a more boring way. And now look, I know what you might be thinking. She only tried to stab 2 of my female friends this time. Last time it was 3. And don't fool yourself, this is not because she became a more sane person. It's because you only had 5 female friends to begin with, and the 3 she tried to stab last time are now in a witness protection program. But to be honest, I don't really see the appeal of the I can fix her mentality anyway, because the reason I'm into yanderes is because they seem to be completely foobar, fucked up beyond all repair. And as I'm saying this out loud, I realize that that is a weird thing to say right after the example I gave earlier, but to that I say, I don't have any female friends, so I don't have to worry about them getting stabbed.
Checkmate, Simps.
Anyways, you're gonna have to hear me out some more. For this next part, I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Think about all those lonely nights you've spent, crying yourself to sleep, wishing you had a girlfriend or boyfriend, I don't judge. Think back to all the Valentine's days you spent by yourself, probably watching VTubers, and everybody's being all romantic and shit, and you see a happy couple and you think to yourself, damn, I hope they fall down a flight of stairs. Okay, now open your eyes again. First off, thanks to everyone who actually closed their eyes, because that means I didn't have to edit the previous 25 seconds of this video. Now, if you open your eyes and you notice that you were kinda sad because you realized that I was right, you'd probably benefit from a yandere girlfriend. Now imagine, and you don't have to close your eyes for this one, imagine a girl who loves you, who would never leave you, a girl who is always by your side. As a matter of fact, you should be worried when she's not by your side, because she might be out causing bodily harm to someone who didn't deserve it. Point is, no more lonely Valentine's days, no more dry humping body pillows, no more of your grandparents asking, do you have a girlfriend yet? Like, shut up grandma, no I don't have a girlfriend, but at least I have all of my teeth, so I don't have to drink soup all day. Like, God, shut up. And I know what you might say, but Nova, these are all benefits a regular girlfriend brings as well. Yeah, no shit, but a normal girlfriend has two problems. Firstly, you would have to convince her to become your GF and stay your GF. The former is usually where I fail. Eminem once said in a song, "Fuck it, I'm the male, let her come to me." It's a double entendre that I don't feel like explaining right now, but it's the same mentality that works for getting a yandere girlfriend. You don't have to trick her into liking you using flowers or chocolate or weed or manipulation. A yandere is already so obsessed with you that she could probably achieve orgasm just by thinking of you. Just the idea of you is already enough for her to commit several war crimes just for her to prove her dedication to you. And isn't that what love is all about? Like, I'm genuinely asking, I don't know. The second problem with a normal GF is that she might leave you. And you don't want that now, do you? Since tying people up against their will is illegal, ever since they passed the anti-tying people up against their will law in 1969, you would have to find a girl who doesn't even think of leaving you in the first place. And the best thing about yanderes is that because they are so obsessed with you, they are also extremely possessive of you in a way that is almost codependent. In her mind, she owns you. Not in a slavery kind of way that's been illegal since, well, you get the idea. She owns you more like someone would own a dog. You're free to roam about the house with full autonomy, and if you want to go outside, she'll come with you. And no matter where you are, she'll always make sure that you're taken care of. She's there for you, with you, and she's never leaving you. And in that same vein, you're not leaving her either. If she catches you with someone else spooning, she's gonna stick a knife in it. And that's not a metaphor. But to be honest, if you cheat on your girlfriend, you probably deserved it anyway, so Have you ever been scared of something or someone? Maybe you're scared of dogs, or your boss, or that big buff guy in your neighborhood who wants to beat the shit out of you for unaliving his cat, even though I told him it was an accident and it's not my fault it ran underneath my goddamn lawnmower. Point is, we're all scared of something. For example, I'm scared of women and spiders. Every time I see one, I start screaming and running away as fast as I possibly can, and I react similarly when I see a spider. But whatever you're scared of doesn't matter when you have a yandere GF, because the only thing you'll have to be scared of then is her. And I know what you're thinking, but Nova, if you're already scared of women, why would you want a scary ass psycho GF? Because the type of fear a yandere makes you feel is far different from anything a normal woman would. When I'm anywhere near an attractive female or femboy in real life, I get nervous, I lose my ability to speak properly, my palms get sweaty, my knees get weak, and my arms get heavy. Something about mom's spaghetti. And 30 minutes after the interaction, I think to myself, fuck, I'm such a fucking idiot. Why did I spend 30 minutes showing her pictures of my goddamn body pillow collection? What the fuck is wrong with me? Fuck! And that's not a pleasant feeling. But with a yandere GF, every interaction with her is like an episode of Squid Game. You don't know what's gonna happen, but one wrong move and you might suffer some fucked up consequences. But that makes it feel so much better when you make the right moves. With every interaction being like a near-death experience, the adrenaline rush you get from coming out of it unscathed will always keep you longing for more. But that's not even the best part about having a scary-ass girlfriend. Remember the guy down the road who won't stop bugging me about his dead cat? Hypothetically. You think your hyper-obsessed, batshit crazy yandere girlfriend's gonna let that fly? Fuck no. You never have to worry about anyone trying to harm you ever again. I'm not talking about a strap-on when I say that she stays strapped. When you walk the streets with a personal bodyguard carrying 2 knives and a katana ready to slice and dice anyone who wants beef, you'll never have to be scared of anyone ever again. She'll kill that big ass spider in your room, and she'll send away that annoying man the IRS keeps sending for wanting to make you pay taxes. Look, who cares if your girlfriend's a bit crazy? Who cares if you have to bail her out of prison every now and then? Who cares if she's banned in 13 countries? At the end of the day, she loves you, and that's the only thing that matters, right? Anyways, if I still didn't convince you of yandere supremacy, type your favorite character archetypes in the comments and maybe I'll make a video about them next. Also, if you didn't hate this video, consider hitting the like button and following me on Twitch. I usually stream on weekdays around 2 PM CET, so hopefully I'll see you there. And yeah, that's about it. Bye.